Be getting some sound. His mouth is moving though. Let me go in and double check. All right, we got some sound coming out, right? That should have solved the problem. Jeez, you got to plug in the microphone before it works. Holy Moses. What a day already. Maybe he's playing Air YouTube. You guys are hilarious. Come on now. Thank you for letting me know I don't have any sound coming out. Should have sound now. Do you have sound, Robin? Close. Jink. 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 Let's see. Yay, sound works. Okay. It's funny how plugging in a microphone makes the difference. Let's see. It says YouTube's not receiving enough video. It is too. Tell YouTube they're crazy. Let's see. I got the link set up. It should open up here correctly. I'm going to close down that. And yep, okay, opens up, and there we go. All right, so there's that, and then the last thing I do is put on the website here, jollyrogerukulele.com, and you're sort of patient, and then you hit this button, Ukulele Foundations, open, and tweet. And now we're on Twitter, just like the Kardashians, and we are ready to roll. All right, so I'm getting the yellow sign that says the video is weird. I don't believe them, so I'm just going to pretend that it's not there. I think you guys can see me just fine. Close that window and turn on this light. And let's see how that looks overall. How do I look? Just fabulous, don't I? All right. Jeez Louise, this beard has got to go. All right. Grab a ukulele. Grab a tuner. Find your sheet music. School beat me up a little bit today, and so I am sort of in a perfunctory. I don't know. That's not the right word. I'm running around trying to get everything figured out. Let's see. Close this. I don't need to look at that. I need to look at Jolly Roger. And we are going to be starting with Book 1, Carnival of Venice today, right? That's what you guys have, Carnival of Venice? That's what I think we're playing. Let's go play that. Ukulele, Book 1, Carnival of Venice. All right. I've got a ukulele in my hand. You should too. If you have a baritone in your hand, you're on chords. You're looking at the ukulele sheet music. These cheapy tuners. I don't know how people put up with them. Honestly, they're terrible. Let's see. Video works. Sound is working. Afternoon. Sandy just loaded me up with a whole bunch of harmonica stuff. I'm going to be busy typing out harmonica all weekend. And Yago, good to see you. SoCal, sound is good. All right, here we go. Let's play Carnival of Venice. Again, if you're on baritone, you got kind of tough chords. And if you're on ukulele, you can play the chords, which you have easy ones, F and C, and back me up. Or you can play melody. But what I really want you to get comfy with is playing tough uke. And so I'm going to play the whole thing with my thumb down the first time through, and then the second time through I'm going to switch to the claw. 1, 2. top. Ta-da! Isn't that lovely? It's a really fun piece of music to play. The faster you play it, the more entertaining it is, but of course, the more chances you are to mess it up. I think just that nice, relaxed, leisurely pace makes it seem like a little bit more dramatic song than it probably is. I like it. Let's grab the baritone version of that. And of course the pagination here sucks. I for some reason didn't manage to squish it onto one page like the other one, so we'll have to deal with that. Same exact thing. Baritone players, switch over to you're on melody or chords now. Ukulele players, your chords are C and G7. You should make us sound amazing. From the top, 1, 2. That's a stupid ending. Let's keep going from the top. Measure 1. Sorry about the pagination there and the weirdness on the end. All that's got to be looked at. I'm going to write no, exclamation point, same as ukulele. So I'll clean that up for the next time we make it back through on this. Beautiful. How about that? That's kind of a nice little tune, except for the ending. Kind of fun to play. Makes you feel like there's a little bit of a carnival going on. But not so much as to get out of control, right? Just a nice, pleasant, getting along time. I think we sang this song in German class when I was in school. Very possibly, it's one of those songs where a lot of people know the music of it, and it probably has been used for different things. Paganini, obviously, pretty famous composer, and the fun part, Paganini was also a guitarist, and so he had some sensibility about how things work on a fretted instrument. And I don't think he wrote this one on a fretted instrument, but it's not surprising to me when you have somebody who's versed with this type of instrument and they write stuff that it also works on, because your brain starts to work. There's a lot of time sitting around the house noodling with stuff, and I can imagine Paganini, at least to some extent, thinking about this from a guitarist perspective. But he also wrote for symphonies and what have you, and anyway, there you go. That's what I know. Almost nothing about Paganini except that he did write for guitar, and I was in his hometown once, Lucca, Italy. Next, let's go grab Daisy Bell. It is the baritone version, since that's in my hand right now. Let's do that one first. Daisy Bell baritone. Yeah, same exact thing. Now remember, we're in the key. This is for baritone. We're in the key of C, right? But for ukulele, this is the shape for a key of F. And the big scary thing when you're in the key of this is that this shape is coming along for the ride. For baritone, that's an F. For ukulele, it's a B flat. And that shape's coming along. So I do want us to practice that today with a little bit of Gary singing. Day, right? Every time Gary sings, we're all head for the hills. But we got to do it enough just to practice our tougher bar shapes, getting them on in time and then getting them off in time. Remember, when you see a scary chord coming up, you abandon your current chord early in order to get to the scary chord by the time you're on beat 1. So in this case, if I'm playing Daisy, day, oh my God, look at that F coming. Z, give me your answer, oh do. So I'm always trying to read 2 chords sets ahead. It doesn't matter what I'm playing right now. It doesn't matter what's coming next. It matters what's coming right after that that you want to be ready for. Also, baritone players, I need you to do full bars. Okay. Yes, you can get away with a half bar, but I want you to do full bars because this isn't the only bar shape we use. This summer we'll do the legendary bar chord workshop. And if you're doing this one, dun, 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 and then the next one that comes up is this one. Well, you've got to redo your whole bar in order to get to it, right? So if you just do all your bars with a full bar, you can change it up pretty easily, and I would say, generally speaking, you want it when you got to do a bar chord. Just get comfy with them. Get used to this sound. You'll be doing that quite a bit. Okay, let's sing. First note is day, 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 day. Let's give that a try. 1, 2, 3. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer. Do. Got the G7 coming up. I'm half C chord. Is that your ring? All for the love of you. 2, 3, 1, 2. It won't be a stylish marriage. I went too early. again, the only reason we've seen that is so that you can practice getting your scary shape on, F shape here, and then getting it back over to that. And so that's something that takes practice. You have to work on it. You can't just one day hope it's going to magically show up. That's one of those things where getting that chord on and getting it back off is going to be something that you have to get comfy with. And the best way to get comfy with full chord movements is to sing. And of course, hopefully you sing better than I do. But that's the fastest way to get good at chords. Now, don't spend all your time doing that, which is what most ukulele players do. And then all of a sudden you get stuck in this weird cul-de-sac of music about everything has to be chords and singing. And that's not true at all. In fact, I'm going to say it's kind of low level, right? And playing it on a more instrumental basis is better, I think. Now, let's go to turn this into an instrumental piece. Ukulele players, you're playing C's and F's and G7s, your standard issue stuff. And baritones, we're going to play the tough uke. If you can, if you don't feel comfortable with that, play the melody. Okay? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. And on this one, maybe instead of 0, 1 in major 31, maybe 1 and then an open first string. I think would sound better. So different than on ukulele, right? So on this one, you've got the extra, the low note already hanging around in there. So might sound better to go 1, 0 instead of 0, 1 on strings. So F chord. F chord, 1, oh, 8s and 5s. Yeah, right? No, lovely tune. This was a huge runaway hit in '92. So, yeah, playing the '90s. Having listened to music from the latter '90s, I'm convinced that 1890s was a better time in music. That's my bias. All right, this one fits on one page, just like the other one should. Let's do the chords first. Okay, again, and if you're on ukulele, you're like, oh, I got out of them last time. Now we'll do it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, right, and then make sure you're B flat and try to use a full bar. Okay, I was trained with a half a bar, which worked at the time. Okay, now I can do a full bar. I can kind of curve it a little bit, right? Get a worse sound out of it. I can roll it forward, get a stronger sound out of it, roll it back a little bit. Okay, move it up some, move it down a lot. Okay, so find your place where you can get the cleanest. And remember, from way back when we first started in this program, this bar exercise. That's going to make you better at bar chords really, really fast. If you're fighting bar chords, don't fight them. Just go get that practice in. And just do that until you can get all the notes clear all the way up to fret 12 and back, and then you've solved your bar chord problem. All right. Here we go. From the top, I'm going to start with strumming. Partway through, I'll switch to plucking whenever it feels right, and then I'll probably end up on strumming at the end. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. I went too fast, sorry. Go. 2, 3. 2, 3. I love that song. 1892. Those of you who don't know, those of you who are too young, there's a movie out there called 2001: A Space Odyssey. And at the end of the 2001: A Space Odyssey, he has to. There's a spoiler here. The spaceman has to go back into the ship that's trying to kill him, and unplug the computer. HAL 9000 has to unplug a HAL, and he's busy in there, and he's unplugging HAL, and HAL's like, "Stop it! Stop it! What are you doing?" And of course, is helpless against the spaceman unplugging him. And the last thing that HAL does before he dies is sing Daisy Bell. And if you don't know, you're like, that's a weird thing to have happen at the end of the computer's life. But the first song ever sung by a programmed computer was an IBM computer back in the 70s. They programmed it to sing Daisy Bell. And so now you know why at the end of that show, when they're killing Hal, he goes back into his childhood, and that's the last thing he does before dying is sing Daisy Bell. So there's a little bit of movie trivia / computer history / what in the heck is that song doing at the end of that show? Daisy Bell. All right, very quickly, let's go take a look at the hardest piece of music in level 1, which is your F major arpeggio. So grab that, and guys, on baritone, just grab the ukulele version. You have your version, which is the same, only it's in C major. This is definitely the hardest piece of music in the entire first 30 lessons, and so I want you to know when you get to this, and you're sad, you should be sad. It's really hard. So the F major, the biggest problem with F major is, of course, bar chords are going to show up. This is not, and it's in the key of C for baritone. So baritones have a little bit even tougher road to go because you're going to play in C quite a bit. But on ukulele, we don't play in F a ton. But it turns out it's actually really nice. I write a lot of stuff in F because it lays out onto the ukulele pretty well in most cases. And so it's not that I mean to be mean by giving you B flats a lot. It's that, boy, the song works out pretty good in this key. And you only have to deal with a few B flats, right? But what I want to talk about is, hey Nancy, is thinking about how to attack this piece of music. So the first thing is you guys start with your regular F chord, and of course remember you are definitely plucking on these unless it tells you otherwise. And so in this case you've got your F chord and you're going to pluck the beginning, and then it's thumb, index, middle, and then 2 more. Now with D minor, just add your ring finger. Now, when you play these on baritone, you don't get that little melodic pop here of the top string because you have a lower tuned string there. So yours is going to be bum, 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 bum. Whereas on high G ukulele, you get bum, ba, dum, bum. It's just a little bit nicer. It's like a free piece of melody that you didn't have to work very hard to get. Okay? Measure 5, legendary B flat. If it sounds like this, That's what it sounds like. Just let it be. Don't stop and get sad and try to fix it. Just keep the timing going. And if yours sounds terrible, just make it sound terrible with all of your heart and soul. The easiest way to get these things cleaner, squeeze a little bit harder on the bar. Okay. And then think about adjusting your bar. Sometimes you're going to roll it and start it toward the back of the fret and roll it forward. Sometimes you're going to start it right on top of the fret wire and roll it back. Sometimes you're going to move it up a little. Sometimes you're going to move it down a little. And again, sometimes you get this, right? And sometimes you get this. And that's okay. Either way, it will go away. It does get better. Just be patient with yourself. And now here's the harder, a relatively hard concept that you've got to do. One of the things when we're new is we have a tendency to play a chord. And then the next chord is we take everybody off, think about it, and then put everybody back on. Right? And that's not what I want you to do. I want you to do the least amount of work possible. In this case, you're on B flat. And then notice the C chord next. You're thinking, oh, C chord, sweet. No. The other C chord. This is a B flat. If you move it up 1, it's a B. And if you move it up 2, it's a C. Okay? Same shape on the 3rd fret. Same shape, 3rd fret. Okay? So you're gonna, here's what you're going to get. Okay, so this is a cool thing you get to do. Take the chord, slide it forward. By the way, this is going to come up a lot, so get comfy with it. Slide. Okay, that's what we're wanting. That way you're not taking everybody off, re-putting them back on, rethinking it through. You're just taking the same shape, sliding it forward. Okay, and then at measure 9, you go back to opens. And so on. And again, at measure 13, B flat jumps on. Slide it up. Okay, so far so good. So far not too bad. Okay, I mean, yeah, it's terrible, but you got the big idea. And again, may end up sounding like that. Don't worry about it. You'll get better. You got to build this muscle right here, and it's not there yet. Probably if you're brand new to ukulele. If you've been around a while, it starts to develop on its own just through playing, and so and then when you have that stronger muscle there, well, heck, then it's not near as difficult. And frankly, once you get particularly good, you don't even need your thumb. But I'm also really cranking down over on this part to create some pressure, so the weight of my hand can now create that bar. But I would say in the beginning, yeah, you're going to have to squeeze a little bit harder than you want to. Measure 17. Look what you got going on. Now you're here in this C chord. And then at 17, don't lose your mind. Don't take everybody off and reconfigure. Just slide up to 5 and lift your middle finger to get to this D minor shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put your middle finger down on the 2nd string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift it up. 1, 2, 3. Put it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift it up. And then you're jumping over into page 2, put it back, slide back to C, raise your middle finger up to the 3rd string. Measure 24, it tells you got to use your thumb for a glissando. Okay, that's it. Now you got some beautiful melody. You don't need to make the chords here because it's just one note at a time. You got to need to make a chord at 28. Some more melody. And then notice 3, 2, 1, 1 outlines the shape of a B flat. So ring, middle, bar, strum the 0, 0, 1, and back to plucking. Now, this song, you don't hit a repeat until measure 32. So you're gonna play 1.5 pages before you go back to the top and play the second part. And on next week, we'll play it as written. So you want to get your pace up as fast as you can, because otherwise you're going to be playing the song for 3 minutes and it's a 2-minute song, right? So kind of push yourself a little bit to set a pace and then stick with it. The entire piece is built off of a quarter note, so there's nothing here that's going to turn out to be a weird rhythmic thing. It's just making sure you keep the pacing going no matter what. Then when you come back around the second time, measure 33, you go to that F chord. Ba 2 0 1 0 2 0 1 0. Add the ring. 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1. You don't even need to make a full B flat here, right? 3 2 1 3 2 1 2 3 2 1 2. Yay, C rose. 2 3 4 F D minor B flat C. With a fermata means hold on to this until your ukulele completely dies out, and then you can take your chord off. So of the 3 arpeggio tunes, this is my favorite overall, because I think it kind of puts together all of the other ideas that we've talked about in giving you everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. It is also the hardest thing. So this is a little bit of an opportunity for you to do a little self-assessment and say, how are things going? Is this mostly making sense or not? And hopefully once you get through this one and you're like, yep, I basically understand what you have, then you have 27 more to do from the program of all the other keys and all of the other things. And you'll find as you get into weirder and weirder keys, everything's the same except where you put the bar is the big difference. And and a lot of times when you're playing down here, it's actually easier to make that B flat sound here than it is way up here. Right? This takes a little bit more pressure because I'm fighting against the nut. Down here, I'm not fighting against anything, and so it's a little bit easier to make these as you go further down the neck. But you also have up here, if you hit it only okay, it's not terrible. You get down here, it's pretty terrible. So we start back here. All right, there's the key of F, and that would be the one I'd be spending some time on, as I do believe it's super important. All right, this is our wrap up. Today is our wrap up of the Tin Pan Alley era, which makes me weep because some of you hate Tin Pan Alley and some of you love it, and some of you have no opinion. But I love it, and so I make you guys do a bunch of it. And so let's play Tonight You Belong to Me on ukulele first. Tonight you belong to me on ukulele. And remember, we're going to play down to 10, which is 9 and 10 are the same as 1 and 2. I'm sorry, 9 and 10 are the same as 1 and 2. So maybe rather than jumping over that page and jumping back, just go back and play 1 and 2. It'll be fine. And then the second time through, you jump to 11, go down to 20, and then you come all the way back to measure 3 again. And remember that third time through, at the end of 8, you're going to jump over to 21. Okay. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where am I? There I am. that C we just talked about? Don't rush on this part. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Isn't that cute? That's a totally cute song. All right, I love that. Plenty of hard stuff in there. Plenty of things to make your life miserable, and you want to learn all of those. There's no skill in that won't come in handy, and a few skills that we don't even talk about when you're on that. Where is it at? That happens. I think it's so cool when you're on this G7. Right, and then you can slide up to the 10. All right, and then slide, and then a little vibrato on the end there is really can be this nice professional touch that you have with it. All right, let's give this a try on baritone. Remember, ukulele, you're playing G's. If your G is here, your G sharp is here, just don't play that top string because it's open. It'll sound weird, right? Dun 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 dun. Okay, that's how you do that. And then I don't think there's anything else you probably don't know. Remember, C minor is right there, bar 3. Leave the top string open, and everything else. Oh, E flat you may not remember right off the bat. Index it with 2 fingers here. That's your E flat on ukulele. E7 is over here, index, middle, and ring. Okay, A chord, D7. I think that's it. All right, from the top, baritone players, play with me. Ukulele players, back us up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, right. Measure 5, 3. Yes. All right. Sad to see that one go. All right, there's Tonight You Belong to Me, or something pretty close to that. And then we're also playing Ukulele Lady, so let's go grab that one. Do the baritone version first. Ukulele baritone. And nice and slow. I said set at 100. If you play it at 80, you're fine. Probably if you play it at 60, you're fine. Don't rush it. Hey, LG, welcome in. And let's see what happens here. Okay, Ukulele Lady. All right, from the top, 4-beat count in, nice and peaceful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Page 2. Isn't that crazy? That sounds so foreign, but it's perfectly fine. Back to 17. Go. That's a long song. My back is all like, ow. That's pretty bad. Because one of the things I'm trying in my personal music life is to have really good posture so that I can sit longer and practice longer. And when your back starts hurting, you're like, oh no. I'm going to have to take a break pretty soon. And so, yeah. All right, here we go. We gotta do this on ukulele again. Why do you do Ukulele Lady on the ukulele? Because it's required by law. Okay? Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is the. We're gonna do Yes We Have Known Bananas, but it's not that. That's not near the song. This one is. This song is legit. This is like a sonata for ukulele. Okay, make this one matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a strap. Page 2. Whoops. Sorry. Page 7 or major 17. That's it. Nice. How are we doing on time? All right. I have to drop off for my 2 p.m. meeting. I know we got to get Michelle to quit her job. It's messing up her ukulele time. All right, we have time to do we have time to do them both, but Gary's getting a little pooped. So that's a pretty intense tune, right? So we're gonna do Yes We Have No Bananas. We're gonna do it on should we do it in ukulele or baritone? Let's see. If I do it on ukulele, baritones have G's and C's. Oh no, wait, that's a different song. Don't play that song. Yes We Have No Bananas. Oh, it's in G. Oh, okay. No, it's in C. What is it in? It's in C. Well, it's in G. It's in G. What the heck? Who writes this stuff? It's in G. So that's better for baritone than ukulele. So ukulele. What is the baritone? Oh, wait, hold on. I was looking at the baritone. Yes, we have no bananas. Ukulele. It's in C. Yes, we have no bananas. Baritone, it's in G. Alright, we're going to play. Here's what I'm going to do. Get the baritone one. Alright, we always short the baritone guys. Okay, and I know several of you are baritonists. Okay? So we're playing from the baritone sheet music. We're only going to play, I'm going to play baritone. If you're on ukulele, you're going to play ukulele chords. And you like all these, right? There's a B minor is your A minor moved up to 2. A7 isn't a problem. D7 is not a problem. Well, C minor, that's just bar 3 on fret 3. And E minor is here. That's that one. That's it. Okay, so they're not too bad for ukulele. Okay? In baritone, this is your one chance to finish up the lesson. I always quit on ukulele. From the top, 4-beat countdown. It's supposed to be super fast. We're going to take it nice and pleasantly slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 2, 3. Sorry, I can't hit the right spreads. That's hilarious. That's a fun. And can you believe that? That was a huge runaway smash hit back in the day. It is a perfectly lovely tune, but it doesn't feel smash hit to me. But it's on every single list of greatest Tin Pan Alley tunes, and that one always shows up. I'm like, okay, 1923, Silver and Comb. They should have been further along in the world than that in 23. Hey, tomorrow we have the final versions of Simon and Garfunkel. And so hopefully you will come in, we'll sit down and we'll just play. That's tomorrow morning, remember. So the Friday episode is always early in the day for no other reason than I just wanted to knock it out and get on with my weekend. So we're at 9 o'clock in the, right? That's what time we do it? 9 o'clock? 9 a.m. Fridays. Also, I'm starting to look at the summer schedule, and probably I'm going to put all ukulele on Friday mornings for the summer, just because it's summertime, and a lot of you will be traveling and doing stuff, and meeting every single day is probably a bit much. So we will continue to do Monday nights for orchestra. We'll have Summer Institute this summer, so make sure you haven't planned anything for Monday nights ever except ukulele, and then we will probably, unless I hear somebody freaking out, probably do ukulele Friday mornings, and so we'll sort of bookend the week that way with your solo stuff on Fridays and your ensemble stuff on Mondays. And in the summer, it's not necessarily ensemble stuff. It's really technique driven, and so how do I practice? How do I make bar chords? How do I do my own arrangements? How do I write music? How do I change my strings? Technique stuff is what we work on in the summer, so that you're ready for the fall when we get back into full ensemble. And of course, we're always working on solo skills, because I want you to be able to just sit down and play, and that's always easier to say than do necessarily. So be looking at your calendars, sending me notes about stuff you want to work on, stuff that would be helpful to you. I can adjust these to do whatever, and I have things that I know work, and I have things that I know you should want to study, but I also don't know everything about what you're interested in, and so it is helpful for me if you let me know on email. And I read all of my emails. I don't necessarily always write you back, but I do for sure read everything you send to me. So please feel free to ask for stuff. You don't need to just accept what I give you, right? Ask if you need something, or if you see one of the other ukulele teachers doing something and you're like, you know what, I want to do some of that here too. Now, there's a few things out there that people do that I don't mess with. I don't do the blues on ukulele because I don't even get it, and that may be it. I don't do on ukulele. Outside of that, the world's our oyster. We can do whatever feels good. So have a wonderful week. A wonderful Thursday. I'll see you Friday morning for solo stuff, and then of course Monday back to the regular grind. So and it looks like we'll probably do Stephen Foster next week, just so I can get the baritone sheets put together for those, and that's probably what we'll do. Yeah, so I will talk to everybody soon. Have a wonderful evening. Peace.